Hey guys, Abs here. So I've actually been having some fun with niche genetics, and I've been finding so many cool keywords and long tail keywords that I wanted to show you exactly how I'm actually doing this and show you some of the techniques that I'm using. Now, when it comes to niche genetics, then it's not the best for local keywords. It's actually better to use the most broad type of keywords that you can have, and it will help you narrow down and find them longer tail keywords. Now, of course, guys, this is when you're actually looking for and performing keyword research, as opposed to just checking out the competition for any particular keyword. So let me show you exactly what I mean. So I'm going to type weight loss. Now, obviously, I've already typed this in, so the search is going to be fairly quick. Now, obviously, we've got a difficulty score here. From here, we can see the number of competing sites, all in title, in broad. Now, I'm not really worried about any of this here, but this does tell me quite a bit here. It does tell me that, you know what, we've got a lot of websites out there that are targeting weight loss. Now, obviously, we know weight loss is going to be very, very hard to target. We're not going to be looking at that. If we were looking at weight loss, then obviously we're going to be looking at these kind of keywords and obviously the kind of questions, the kind of stuff that you get related to it to actually optimize our sites accordingly. However, on this video, I'm going to show you how to actually drill down and find some real cool keywords that don't have as much competition. So anyway, I've already mentioned how we can sort our long tail keywords. So we've got over 300 keywords here, long tail keywords, and you can see everything with weight loss inside of it. So everything more or less is going to have the keyword weight loss in there. So this is a real cool way to find some real cool long tail keywords for our main keyword. Okay, so the way that I've actually been using this though is I've been looking at search results, and I sorted this by the least amount of competing. So basically, this is competing sites in Google. I'm sorting this by the least amount of competing sites in Google. And then what I'm doing is I'm actually looking for keywords that actually have some good searches on there. So I haven't gone for people's names. So you've got things like Ralphie May weight loss, Ruben Studdard weight loss, Lisa Lambanelli weight loss, which of course are going to still bring you in so much more. You know what, let's actually do a search for this. Okay, which of course are still going to bring you in some real cool traffic, and it's going to be much better and much easier to target than something like weight loss. However, what I done was I was going down here as well, and I was looking at ones that actually had CPC associated with them, and trying to find some buyer intent ones. Okay, so this one's done here. So as you can see, we've got Kristen Vagsnes weight loss. I'm really not sure how you pronounce the name. And it's easy. Now, let me just talk to you a little bit about the difficulty factor here. Now, when we do the difficulty score, when we calculate the difficulty score, then just remember, guys, we're actually using our internal algorithms based on metrics that we get from the top 10 ranking sites and what we get from Google as well. Now, it's never going to be precise. Now, the reason it's never going to be precise, guys, is let's think about, for example, Majestic SEO. Now, if you're using private blog networks, or if websites out there are using private blog networks and they've got plugins on their website such as Spider Spanker and plugins to block crawlers like Majestic SEO and other websites that we actually rely on to get metrics from actually finding their backlinks, then that's not going to reflect on their actual trust flow. It's not going to reflect on things like that, and as a result we don't get the real and true picture of that, and that's why we actually do a difficulty score based on all 10 sites. Now, one more thing that I want to make you aware of about this difficulty score, guys, is that we actually get the difficulty score by showing you how easy it's going to be to break into the top 10 and not the top 5 or the top 3 or the top 1. And the way we do this is that we take the lowest 3 ranking sites, or the sites with the lowest metrics, and then we average it out and then give you a difficulty score. What this allows us to do is use a median of the lowest ranking sites, analyze them, and obviously we analyze every single site, which you can see in the comp analysis tab or anything you want. But what we do in the difficulty score here is tell you how easy it's going to be to break into the top 10 of Google, and we do this by looking at the lowest 3 sites that are actually ranking on there. So anyway, from this, guys, you can see we've got 3,000 monthly searches. We've got forget the competition there, we've got very few competition, and if you actually have a look at the site with the lowest amount of backlinks is 71, the lowest trust flow is 5. Now, when we come to domain authority, guys, if you actually ever see domain authority of 0, then this is just an indicator to let you know that there's social media properties that are actually ranking on the first page of Google. So let me just show you you what I mean by this. Let's go back over to comp analysis. So if you actually have a look at the domain authority here, guys, you don't actually see any domain authority with a 0. Now you might be thinking, well, hang on, the system looks broken because we're seeing 0 here. Well, that's not the case. We've actually got some internal algorithms that take social media sites into account, and we've put a 0 for the trust flow here, for the domain authority here, just as an indicator to let us know that social sites are actually ranking. So if we go down here and have a look at this, as you can see, we've got Twitter here. So Twitter's ranking on the first page of Google. Let's have a look. So, and it was on position 2. Okay, you got hub pages there as well. We take hub pages into account as well. Okay, brilliant. So I'm just giving you an idea of how we can find long tail keywords within our main niche to target. Now, you might be thinking, well, hang on, Abs, if I've got a website about weight loss, for example, and this here, okay, it's sending some real cool searches, but there's no CPC associated with it. Well, let me just tell you, when you've got a website about weight loss and you've got your banners and your AdSense and everything on there, when you target keywords for traffic that are still related to your niche, but that don't have CPC, so when this traffic comes over to your website, they're going to find details about, for example, Kirsten Vengersness or Vangersness on your website, but they're also going to find AdWords about weight loss, and they're going to find other posts that they can explore, and it's going to help you increase your AdSense earnings just by having targeted traffic getting sent over to your website. So anyway, this is only one example. Let me just show you some more examples I found. So I was going down here, and what I was actually doing, to be honest with you, I was looking for keywords around the 1,000 monthly searches, because don't forget, this is based on the USA. So I was missing a lot of these here, and I was looking for things around the 1,000 mark. Look at that, you've got armor thyroid. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, you got another one here. Okay, no, we're not going to go for that. I actually found some really cool ones, and I'm going to show you how I found them. And it wasn't by chance, and I wasn't just going, if you actually have a look at my searches, you'll be able to see them here. Okay, here we've got things like oolong tea weight loss. I'm going to actually find them for you so you can see exactly how I found these on here. And then the CPC with them were really cool as well. To be honest with you, I was actually on my mobile phone when I found them and I was performing these searches, so it does look a little bit different here. But yeah, you can see you got so many keywords down here. You got Prozac weight loss, you got Lexapro weight loss, you got sauna weight loss, and all these things down here. You know that you've actually sorted these with the least competing sites. So it doesn't mean that the top 10 sites are going to be weak and you're going to be able to rank ahead of them real quick. But what it does mean is that you've got less competing sites and you're going to have a much better chance at ranking for something like sauna weight loss as opposed to weight loss alone. And the idea here is to actually find the keyword, go back over to niche genetics, add that keyword inside of here, and then let niche genetics do its thing for you and tell you exactly how difficult or easy it's going to be to rank for them keywords. So let's give it a moment. I haven't done sauna weight loss so far, but what we're going to be able to find out with this is exactly how many competing sites we have all in title, how many competing sites we have in quotes, what the kind of trust flow and everything is. So as you can see, we've got 4,000 monthly searches here. I haven't searched for this keyword before, and it's telling me here as an indicator that we got a difficulty score of 19. It's also telling me we've got about 2,000 titles that are still optimizing for sauna weight loss. But now let's take a look down here. We've got the lowest page authority of 1 on there, which is a good indicator. We've got the lowest domain authority of 16, which is excellent. 16 is a very poor domain authority. You've got a lowest trust flow of 4, which is a real good indicator because that's poor again. And we've got a lowest backlink count of 102, which again is good. And of course we've got some real cool monthly searches there as well. And if you wanted to take a look even further, then obviously you can dig down to your competition and you can find out what's going on. Okay, so you can have a look at the competition even more. And of course you can go ahead and you can get your age and you can get your social media shares and everything as well. But this is exactly how you can narrow down from broad keywords and main niche specific keywords and get long tail keywords that are much easier for you to target. Okay, so as you can see down here, we can actually see the age of these sites as well. If you wanted to have a look at this age of the sites, you can have a look how popular these sites are on social media sites. And as you can see, they're not very popular. None of these sites are really using the keyword in their title, URL, or heading tags. Even though there's 2,000 that are using it in the title, the ones that aren't using it in the title are the ones that are ranking. So for this, I'm not saying it's going to be super easy for you to get up there on Google for this keyword, but what I can assure you is that it's going to be much simpler and much easier, and you're going to see much quicker results for sauna weight loss than you will for weight loss. And the same is true for many other ones down here as well, and many of the other ones that I found on here as well. So I'm actually trying to find some real cool ones down here as well for you. Here's one as well, that you got water fasting weight loss. Now that's a super keyword there, and I'm not going to be surprised if it's still competitive, because the weight loss industry is a competitive industry. However, it's going to be very easy for you to spot opportunities that are going to let you rank much quicker and much sooner than actually ranking for other harder keywords that are not long tail, and niche genetics will really help you narrow that down and get them details for you. So let's just wait until this actually completes, and then we can see exactly what water fasting weight loss is like. And the good thing about niche genetics is it allows you to add any keyword. So you could add things like hair loss, you could add things like weight loss, you could add things like I don't know, clear skin, lose belly fat, or whatever, and it's going to help you narrow it down. So from here, water fasting weight loss, it's got a nice amount of monthly searches, it's got good CPC, it hasn't got a lot of all-in title competing sites. There's not a lot of competing sites in Google as it stands in broad competition. The lowest domain authority is 1, the lowest page authority is 1, lowest domain authority is 18, lowest trust flow is 4, lowest backlinks is 225. This is a keyword that I would certainly consider to look at in much more greater detail than actually weight loss itself. And from this, what I would do is I would go down here, I would have a look at my organic competitors, I would have a look at the LSI keywords. I mean, have a look at the LSI keywords here. We're still actually refining the LSI keywords, guys, and we're still trying to make it much better. But you got things like weight loss, lose weight, water weight, pounds a week, water fast, weight fasting, and obviously if you go into there, you're going to be able to find many more keywords on here as well. So we can actually move them down. You've got benefits, body, burn, days, diet, drink, eating, exercise. These are all your LSI keywords that actually make up the theme of your main keyword of water fasting weight loss. So anyway, guys, you can find out categories, you can find out suggestions and how-tos, and that's exactly how you'll actually be targeting the keyword. But when you're actually looking for long tail keywords, then you'd basically do exactly what I just showed you here, and drill down and find some real cool keywords, and instead of targeting difficult ones, go for the easy ones. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy this video.